I've been contemplating this day for quite a while because I'm and ahhing whether to do it or not. You know our big bioactive mourning gecko enclosure? That's about to change today. We're going to be turning this into a bioactive mourning gecko and dart frog enclosure. Now for most people it's a case of just simply add the dart frogs, but we don't actually have that much land space in this enclosure because it's half pond. So what we've got to do, we've got to siphon out all that water that's in there. We might take the waterfall out. There's a big waterfall just there. It's never actually been on because the mourning geckos actually lay their eggs on the waterfall. So I've got to take, I might take that out, I might leave it in, I don't know. I kind of sort of just want to take it out because there's a lot of light that hits that waterfall. And I want them to have a lot of light to be able to walk around. Yeah, we've got to add in a drainage layer. I'm thinking of adding in a drainage layer to this side and then meshing over the top of it here, instead of taking up all the substrate that's already there and all that sort of stuff. Adding a layer of substrate, that's the main part of today, is to turn this into a bioactive dart frog enclosure and mourning gecko communal. We kind of have another upgrade that we might end up having to do in this video, but you know Hugo, we all love Hugo. His setup could do with a bit of rejuvenation, sort of take out all the slabs, all the basking spots, because they all look a bit lame and a bit meh. We may have to get some new plants for him. Hello Hugo, how's it going my friend? So we may have to get in there and sort that enclosure out as well, if we have time. We have got work to go to later, but let's start on the mourning gecko build. Now we have to find our hydro balls, they're somewhere amongst all the mess. We have to find the mesh and we have to make up some substrate, but it's somewhere under there. I think that's the hydro balls just there. Is that the hydro? Yes, there's the hydro balls. That is the BioLife bioactive filtration. Amazing stuff. It needs a good wash though. Where's the mesh? The mesh has got to be around here somewhere as well. Nope, it's not over there. Boof! There it is. We'll have to cut that into the right size. That goes between the hydro balls and the substrate. We've already mixed up some substrate in that tub just there, but we might have to mix up some more. I'm toying up which dart frogs to actually go for in here. I want the Dendrobatus tinctorius azurus. Look, check that out. Mourning gecko tail hanging down. Huh. There he is. You see it? You see him? He's up there. Let's see if he'll come for a... Oh, yeah, he moved. He's up there somewhere. Right, I'm tempted. I want to go for Dendrobatus tinctorius azurus. They're the blue and black dart frogs. They're absolutely amazing. However, I want a group of about 5, maybe 6 in here. You can't have that many together because there's a lot of bickering and a lot of arguing and the females can bully each other. But if I go for the Leucomellas, they're the yellow and black ones, I can have a group of them together. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. I really do want the Azurias. So I don't know, maybe I can put some extra hides in there for them to sort of escape if they need to. Maybe a bit of extra space. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Job 1, we have to siphon off all this water. There's some pipe there. This is the dirty part because I have to suck the water out from there. I've still got that mourning gecko sat up there, so I've got to try and scare them away because if I open this door, there is a few babies in here and they're going to escape. I really have to keep that in the back of my mind. I do not want them to escape at all. But the whole premise is I've got this big aquarium hose. I'm going to drop that into the actual water area, grab the other side and suck it, put it into the tub down here, and it's just going to suck the water straight up and out. Hopefully. There, it's in the water, goes up the hose, down the hose, and basically out this side. And that water level just there is about to drop slowly. It's kind of sort of taking forever, so I'm going to add another hose into there as well. Oh, I swallowed some. Now that that's all finished, you can see the last few bubbles coming down the tube now going into the water. We've just got to clean up all this debris that's on there. How easy would it be to actually get rid of this? Oh. Yeah, I can move it outwards, but I can't really get it any further than that because it's underneath all the logs and stuff. What should I do? Screw it. Let's try and get it out. So we'll piece out all the little pieces all at once. This seems like torture getting rid of this waterfall because it took so much effort to do. I may have to do some repair work in there, I don't know. You see the little tube sticking out. Right. Oh, there's so many little pieces to this because I had to smash it all up. Oh. Yes, I forgot everything was all glued on top of one big piece. Huh. Well, that was a massive challenge. I had to remove loads of the rocks that are in there, but it does give me an opportunity to realise something else. I totally forgot about the water pump and the water pump housing, so I'm going to have to get that down and get that ripped apart and stuff now. There's the housing for it. There's the tube off the pump. It looks so bare in there. I had to remove all of the rocks that were around that area just to be able to get that big slab out, but it looks so bare. Right, we've got to add the rocks back in, these big ones here, then start adding in the drainage layer. So we'll have to wash the drainage layer. We've got a sieve, that's it. We've got the bag of BioLife. We grab some of that. We turn the tap on. Look at all that coming out of that. That's just... So this is why we need to wash our BioLife. We end up with all of that stuff there that's now got to go into there. We just smooth it out, get it all into every corner that you can possibly see. I can already see how much extra light is down this end of the enclosure. So this is extremely amazing. This is what I want. This is what I want. I'll be able to see them. They'll be able to do everything. Right, now we've got to cut that up and get that on top of that to stop the substrate going through into that layer. So we've cut a slit in it, just there, and that's to go around the log, because the log does go right the way. And I've still got to be careful, because that mourning gecko is still right at the top. But let's go. We'll get it under there. Pull it out over the back, get that little, there we go. It's all going together nicely. We have to fold it over on all the corners because it is a little bit longer than I thought. The substrate is the one that we're going to use. It's that one just there. It's our own mix. If you want to know any more about this sort of tropical mix, I've pushed it so many times in so many videos. Just click on the video link just up there and that'll show you how we make this. But it's perfect for plant growth and the animals that are going in there. So we'll get that in. There we go. Right, wide angle. Poof, there we go. I've done it like, there you go. You can see the drainage layer, then a lot of substrate. And that's because I want a lot of plant growth down low. Because obviously there's not that much light that can actually get down here. So I want to be able to put as much down here as physically possible. I've got to put that back because that was buried in just there like that. And that's so the mourning geckos can get in the top to be able to lay their eggs. And I can still see them from down the bottom. I've got to put a load of hides in and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, it's looking good so far. What do you guys think? Do you think I've made the right decision? That's the big thing. I mean, I've still got the hides to put in. I've still got plants to put in. I've still got some sort of carpeting sort of plants to put in. And I've got to tie the bottom up, basically. I've just got to tie the bottom up. Now, eventually, I probably will be trying to breed the dart frog. So the way I've done it, I've gone for a petri dish and just a standard coconut hide, whack that over the top. They can lay anything they want in the actual petri dish itself. It's better to get them used to it as babies, because I will be getting babies. And just keep it there all along. I've got other little coconut hides to put in there. They actually love the coconut hides because they can escape and they can stand on the top. It's different textures, it's natural textures. Now I know of a paludarium that's good for dart frogs, but the joy with the paludarium that's good for dart frogs is the dart frogs are always up and about here. So I'm sat there now wondering, are they going to go up this branch here and then up that one? They can get on top of that and get on top of that and come right the way up here and just, they might be able to actually interact with the mourning geckos up the top. How cool would that be to see? Now we've got to give the substrate a really good spray. Get some real water running right the way through the different substrate layers, all the way down. It helps compact it down as well. It just does a really good job of everything that's needed to be done in this enclosure. Now I've not got many plants that would actually go in there right now, but I do have a couple of different moss species. So I'm going to get some of that and drop that in for now. And then have a look out for other species to go in there. I'm loving how this is coming together now. There's so much more light down on the bottom than I actually thought there was. Turns out all the light was just over the pond. Oh my god, just look how good that looks with the glass cleaned and spotless. Oh my god, look, even Charlie's come out to say hi about it. Wow, that looks amazing. Let's turn the fog system on and see what that does. Oh, so it should come down that back corner. Here's something that I do have. This is like an old fern plant that it's just not doing well. It doesn't have the right light. So now I've got some proper good New Dawn LED plant grow lights in this enclosure. I may as well drop it in here and just see if that extra plant light actually does help this plant. I have got this mini bromeliad. It's just a pup that come off the main plant at the back a while ago. So I'm going to try and drop that in one of these little crevices down here and just see if it works out really, really well. It might do it, it might not. We may end up having to move it and stuff, but we can try it. There we go. What do we think of that? Let's try the misting system. What do you think to that? Let me know in the comment section down below.